So, the billionaires clapping each other on the back didn't get you excited for the Arlington GP in 2026. Well, fear no more, because I've got a little something to show you in this video that I think will get you excited for the Grand Prix of Arlington. I know it got me excited, and it's in Assetto Corsa. It's something created by the community. It's amazing what IndyCar fans will do to promote the sport, show it off, and show it off in the best light. And if you were born after the year 1990 or even a little bit before 1990, you experience and you get excited about new events in different ways than advertisements on NFL games. You want to see, you want to experience, you want to travel to the virtual world to learn and discover and understand racetracks. Well, amazingly, 1 week to the day that the layout for the Arlington Grand Prix was shown off, it is now drivable in the game Assetto Corsa. Now, Assetto Corsa, if you don't know, is a racing simulator that's about 10 years old, but the racing and gaming community has turned it into the ultimate sandbox, the ultimate playground. Pretty much, if you can think of a race car, if you can think of a racetrack, it is in this game. And now, the Arlington circuit is no exception. Link will be down in the description if you would like to download this track yourself. A big shout out to Benjamin, who I know spoke to me briefly on Twitter yesterday when I showed off a lap of this track. The team behind this circuit also did the Detroit Street course in Assetto Corsa, so you can download that right now if you want to try that out as well. But they are actively working on this track. I think there's an update coming very, very soon. But this is absolutely amazing to me that the community around this series is so passionate that they will create these things so quickly so that the fans can experience this and the fans can get behind this. Because, you know, if you listen to certain drivers who might be driving for Meyershank Racing, wink, hi Marcus, you guys know that I am always a street course skeptic. It's not that I don't like street courses, but you know, there is a certain level of apprehension around these racetracks. And I can tell you, after now having driven this track, that I'm much more confident in the Grand Prix of Arlington being a success than I was simply looking at the event on paper. And that is a testament to the new way of doing things, the new way of showing things off. And I'll give a little bit of unsolicited advice. Let's say, you know, 1 to 2, let's say in the next 24 months, another race would be announced in a market, say, like Denver. I think it would be a very, very smart play for, let's say, the race promoter, or maybe the series, I don't know, maybe a team, to go to one of these modders for these games. Give them all of the information early on, give them as much money as it will take to get something together, and then when you announce the track, in let's say a market like Denver, have something that the fans can immediately get their hands on, enjoy, and experience. Because I'll tell you what, this mod created by fans and put out there for free consumption has certainly warmed me up to the idea of racing in Arlington. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the layout. I'm going to drive around it, and then we're going to throw some AI out there and see what it's like in traffic. All right, let's head to the racetrack. All right, so here we sit on the pit lane in Arlington, Texas at Jerry's World. I'm in the VRC version of the IndyCar, the DW12 with the IR18 body kit. Opted for the car without the aero screen because, number one, I have that mod. I don't actually have the aero screen mod. But most importantly, I want to be able to let you guys see this racetrack as best as I can. And let's be honest, if there's a halo in the way, it gets a little bit difficult to do that. So I'm going to take a slow lap around, and then we'll kind of pick up the pace, and I'll kind of describe the racetrack as we're going around. But like I said, it's pretty fun, actually. There's some stuff I don't like, and there's some stuff I do like, and we'll get to it when we get to it. So out of the pits, pretty sketchy pit exit there. Tight left-hand corner. And we'll bring the car up to speed for the first time. Another left-handed corner. Pretty blind and pretty tight. And Here's where we get to a corner that I don't really enjoy all that much. Do you like off-camber corners? I certainly don't, and that hairpin is terrible. And then we get to a very similar section to Sochi. I think there's a corner like this in Vegas as well, down a gear. And then the track begins to get a little bit of a flow. You get some tight corners there. Kind of reminds me of St. Pete. And then we get up here to what I think is the best corner on the track. Really pretty high speed, commitment corner, kind of similar to what we saw heading onto the back straight at Belle Isle, which sets us up for this. A flat-out blast all the way down. I want to call it the back straight, but as you can see, it's not straight at all. Reminds me a lot of like 2013 Sao Paulo. Very, very bumpy. Then we're hard on the brakes, down to first gear. Find that apex and back on the throttle, underneath a bridge. A little bit of an elevation change here. And we're looking for another right-handed corner. This one's deceptively fast. I always overslow the car into this one. Find the apex and back on the throttle. We now head towards AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. Hard on the brakes again, looking for the hairpin. Late apex here, over a crest, and back on the throttle. Careful with the wheel spin and onto the main straightaway. Brake just past the start-finish line into the first corner. Pretty fast. Then we'll move into a left-handed corner, and we're past the pit entrance, which is weird because, again, it's going to be pretty sketchy on pit exit because there's going to be a lot of guys, flying out of the pits and other guys trying to maximize their lap time and head out right to the wall. Should have probably gone into first gear there. Yeah, look at this corner. I just don't like it. It's so slow. 40 miles an hour as we head out onto the Sochi tire-destroying corner right here. I always like to put my left side tires onto the paint right there and find the inside curb. And there's no curb there. A little bit of understeer and into the wall. Thankfully, we didn't get the toe link there. It is pretty difficult to keep it out of the wall, as you can think about every street course. But I'll tell you, this back straightaway, which again is not a straightaway, as you can see right there, pretty sketchy. And you'll see once we get out in traffic that it's pretty hard to see the guy in front of you around some of those blind. I mean, because it is blind where the road kind of winds a little bit, so you could have a pretty catastrophic accident back there if you're not careful. And again, it's amazing to me the work the modders did on this, because I mean, it is literally a week that this track has been out. And we already have a very drivable, very serviceable version of this track to experience. But I'll tell you, there is a flow to this thing. And I've always said this about street courses, right? You want it to be a real racetrack. And I would say this is a real racetrack. I mean, again, I really hate this section right here. It's terrible. It's not anything against the modders, but it's just, Indy cars are supposed to go fast, and this is not a fast section. But again, I like the flow of this section right here, although I stuffed it in the wall the last time. And I really like this corner. It's very important. I screwed up the apex there and touched the wall again. But I mean, if you aren't hitting the walls at a street course, you're not maximizing the speed, right? I mean, watch that Detroit pole lap of Juan Pablo Montoya back in 1999. That's what you got to do. 185 miles an hour. I could probably gear it down a little bit and get it to 190 miles an hour if I really wanted to. Yeah, see, I think I overslowed it there. Woohoo! I'll tell you, if they're going to start the race right here, though, this is going to get real crowded on the start. There's no doubt about it. I can see some pretty big pileups on the start in those first three corners. Oh, the understeer is so bad. I hate... Does anyone like off-camber corners? Is that... Raise your hand if you like off-camber corners. I hate them. Oh, now we're going to get in the wall. No, we're not. Okay. Well, I almost crashed. I hit the wall a couple of times. So, I mean, surely I've been approved, right? Let's throw some traffic out there and see what it's like. Alright, let's throw a little bit of traffic out here, and because this is a Champ Car idea, I decided, well, let's drive a Champ Car. Why not? Got the Panos DP01. You can find this mod pretty easily if you Google it. I think there's a YouTube video showing you how to get it. But I did change the sound in Content Manager, use the VRC IndyCar 1999 sound, which makes it sound just like a Champ Car. All right, let's get going, shall we? Let's try to find some cars that are traffic here. I kind of want to wait for Bruno Junqueira to go, but here we go. I hear somebody going. So we'll just kind of wait till we see a car in front of us. Oh, great, it's EJ Viso. All right, so let's drive around Arlington in a Champ Car. And as you can see, the AI does work. They could obviously be sped up. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And this terrible corner that I just don't like. Let's see how fast we can get in the draft behind Viso right here. Woohoo! Got a little bit of squirrely coming out of the corner. Well, I might not get the best run on Viso. We head down the back straightaway. Wow, 7 gears in an Indy car? I can't believe it. What, modern technology? What's that? Well, let's see if we can get him. Yeah, I thought about it. Oh, maybe, maybe. Down into the hairpin before the start-finish line. Now, we might see how sketchy this pit exit here is if somebody's coming out. Nope, nobody's coming out of the pits. Well, that is sketchy, though. I will tell you. We could have seen some shenanigans right there. Hard on the brakes. This is where the AI are really slow. That's some polish that will still need to be done on this racetrack, because it's very easy to run them over. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, we didn't mean to send it. Well, I guess that is technically a passing zone. Someone will try that in the race, I guarantee you. All right, let's see if we can actually get the power down better this time. Not great. Down the back straightaway. What's our top speed going to be? Running in the draft of Ernesto here. 210 maybe? Come on, Ernesto. Let's see if we can get him. No, not quite there. I believe this track is designed by Tony Kottman, so there's a lot of Champ Car. Oh, there we go. Oh, into the hairpin. Side by side, a little bit of contact. Oh, EJ's holding fast. Well, I know I can take advantage of the AI here if I can just get on the throttle. Oh, no, not very good there. Now I'm going to have to be real careful because he's going to be real slow through there. Knock the front wing off. Why not? Champ Car is a full contact sport, damn it. Oh, let's try to pass at a place that you just cannot pass. Oh. Well, this is definitely showing you that this is going to be pretty single file through here. If I can just get through this corner well. See if we can get the run on EJ. We'll complete this lap. And if I could pass EJ, or not pass EJ, we'll leave it here. Oh, that was a willpower braking move right there. We get around him. Get around EJ. That was late on the brakes. Get around EJ. I'll tell you what. It's not bad. Remember, if you want to try this yourself, link is in the description. Pretty fun. We'll see you in the next video.